Hi folks, tonight I'm back again. We're going to do a breakup jar, also with the emphasis of moving someone on. So in this case, the client wants another woman out of the way. So this spell, it's going to be worked over a certain amount of days. But the thing is, it's going to be worked over the amount of days that is in the target's name, if that makes sense. This will make sense in a moment or two when I explain it. So let's say the target is called my old favorite Jane Doe. What you're going to do is every night you're going to sit in front of your altar or whatever workspace you have, and you're going to sit and focus on breaking up. The two people have been broke up together. You need a black candle. Feel free to anoint the candle with whatever oils you've got. If you can't get your hands on any separation oil or anything like that, black arts oil does the job. It's a very versatile oil, so use that. Or I don't know, even vinegar or whatever you've got, use it and write their names. If you want to write her name backwards because you're reversing her life, or you could put a little petition, as much as you can get on the candle. Use a bigger candle if you want, but sit with it for a few nights. Sit with it for a few moments. It doesn't have to be long. So in this case, for Jane Doe, it's 4, 5, 6, 7 nights. I won't be doing it for Jane Doe, of course, but so what I'm going to do is get a candle holder, and I'm going to sit and visualize for the client. Actually, I might as well speak for the client. So what I'm going to be doing is sitting with this candle and visualizing. This is only part one of the work, so I hope I'm explaining myself correctly. Visualizing the two of them broken up, walking away from each other. It's all over. So every night that I do this, I'm going to cross off the first letter of her name. So by the end of the 7 nights, it will all be gone. And then I'm going to set fire to this. Please be careful. And what I'm going to do is, once I'm finished with that, I'm going to then reopen the little jar, which I'm going to show you in one moment, and put the ashes in there, seal it all up, put my black candle wax, seal it, and that will be deployed. So usually graveyards leave it with the spirit of a crossroads, but every night you will cross out the letter. You can cross it out in an X, or you can cross it out in one line. I do the one line like so it would look something, when you're finished it will look like that. It's very simple. And then I would just fold it away from me 3 times on the last night, and then turn it anti-clockwise, fold it away from me so I get something like that, and then I'll put it in a fireproof bowl and set fire to it. And like I said, the ashes will go into this little jar. So that's what I do, and it's only sitting with the candle for a few minutes each night and focusing all your will and seeing the two people split up, broken up. So also, if you have any leftover candle wax, place it in the jar as well. So that's basically step 1 of this. So on the first night, you're going to prepare a little jar first of all. So it's a simple breakup jar. I've got the 2 photographs, and they have been anointed with some oils. Also, on the female's picture, I've put an X across her face, if that makes sense. A simple X to X her out, if that makes sense. So I have to be careful of these things. Make sure that the photographs are back to back. I'll fold them away from each other and anti-clockwise. And I've got the petition as well, anti-clockwise. Always folding away from you because you're drawing that situation away from you. And then I'll just pop it in here. So for this, you can use whatever you have. This will be a holy death working, because to me, she's one of the strongest I work with, and she is my matron, so that's the reason why I call her for many of my workings. So what I'm going to do is put destruction powder in here. Okay. And some of that devil's dung. If you can't find devil's dung, just omit it, because sometimes it can be quite hard to get. It's also known as, if you can see that, it's a herb. This is black salt that I make specifically for breakups, crossings, etc. I'm going to get some sulfur in there. This is all very good for discord. Some more water. I have a really nice client, and she made her own war water, so I'm going to give her a shout out. She did a really good job. It looked like really good, really good stuff. So yeah, I wish her well with whoever she's going to use that on, because I have a feeling it's going to be really good. So yeah, it's nice to see. It's nice to see clients. You know, I don't like too many people to actually meddle in the work, if you know what I mean. When you get a spell done, I need to make a video on this, but when you get a spell done, I prefer you not to do any work. Stop all workings at home, and also I ask you not to work with anyone else alongside me, because you can cause what's I can only explain as a clash of energy, and that is highly likely to reverse your results. So if you're working with a whole pile of people at the one time, that's not good. So please try not to do that. Anyway, black cat and dog hair. This is some hate oil, because we really want these two to dislike each other and to, you know, stop seeing each other, to draw a line on, you know, in the sand. It's over once and for all. Okay, I need the element of rot, so I like to put a rotten chili. The chili is molding, so that's the way I want it to be. You could use rotten meat, etc., but I like the fact that the chili is starting to go off. Okay, let's see. I could use some more breakup powders, etc. Separation oil. Pardon me. That is another little oil for discord, etc. Put in some black mustard seeds. They're great for discord, causing arguments. Okay. We want something sharp, so I'm going to put in a few of my little rusted nails. You could use shards of glass. I like to use smashed light bulb. I'll probably put some of that in as well. Usually when the video shuts down, I add more things to it. Some things I don't like to show on camera. To be honest with you, there's just some things that I keep to myself, because I know someone out there is going to try and reproduce it, and it's going to go badly wrong. So I'm, you know, I try to be really careful as to what I show. Anyway, little chili peppers. Again, that's to bring in the fire element to. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. To bring in the fire element to cause arguments, discord. And I'm going to make it even worse by adding in some cayenne powder. I always put it in the cups because I throw it around the table, and I don't want to do that, because This stuff makes me sneeze like crazy. Now I have Discord vinegar. Where did I put it? It's something I prepared specifically for breakups. It's nearly done, but so you could add some vinegar to this and make it a little sour jar. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. It's perfectly fine. I'll put a bit of tranquility oil in there as well, because we don't want them to be happy together. It's the bottom line. Graveyard dirt as well, because we're calling an end to the situation. So graveyard dirt, which I really need to collect again. That might be something that I could show on camera. I'm not sure at this point. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm going to put a few bits and pieces into that as well, and it will sit on a plate, a black plate, with a black candle that will be in a candle holder beside it. Sometimes I burn 3 in a triangle, and because the lid of this is like a quite sturdy and glass, like a glass type material, I will burn a small little black vagina candle. I've been dressing it with some powders. So it means that whenever he's with this woman, things will not be good in the sexual department. So, I mean, I have quite a few of these in the house here, so why not use them? So I'll be popping that maybe on the plate. I don't want to cause a fire, so we need to be careful. So that's really that. So I used a variety of bits and pieces. I want to get some more sharp things in there, just for the sake of it, basically. Maybe a bit of rotten meat, just to bring the element of rot into the situation. Also, there's going to be another little working for the client. So I did this first, and then there'll be another working with regards to bringing the two of you back together again. But the breakup always comes first, in my opinion. I've got a reading, so I'm going to be doing a reading, bit on you and a bit on him. One moment, and I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. There's not a great lot of light in here, so apologies for that. To recap that spell, because a little bit of time has passed between the spell and me doing a reading. On the first night, you do the jar working. I just want to explain myself. So the first night you do the jar working, and you prepare the black candle, and you write the person's name on the black candle backwards. Or you can just write a little petition like split up with such and such person. Then you get a piece of paper and you write their name. Even if the name is very long, just focus on it and send your will out just for a few moments each night. It doesn't have to be a long drawn out process. Just do it for a few nights and then cross out one initial and do that every night. That spell was taught to me. It was actually taught to me by my aunt many years ago. So I have never actually put it on video. So she used to do that all the time. She would have a little notebook where she'd all these people's names in the little notebook. I remember she was crossing all the names out, getting rid of people. And it was effective. But anyway, like I said, so you'll do that, cross one initial or one letter, should I say, out per night, and light the candle. If the candle runs out, don't worry, you can light another one, or just visualize. You don't even need the candle, in all honesty. But you can shake up that jar each night whilst you're doing that, and then at the end of the however many days, deploy that little jar. Get that out of your house. Cover it in black material if you can, or something along the lines of even tinfoil, we call it here in the UK. I'm not sure what you call it wherever you're from. Bako foil. Cover it in that and then deploy it on the way back, wherever you deploy it at, be it a crossroads or a graveyard or wherever. Go home a different route and don't look back, especially with regards to the graveyard, because there is an etiquette with regards to going into a graveyard, and that's something I need to do a video on. Anyway, I am waffling, but anyway, so this is to do with him and her, and this is a new deck I've got. Well, it's not a new deck, but it's a new deck to me because I've just opened it. It's been here for quite a while, but I'm just getting around to opening it. So we're looking at their situation first, and the first card out is attachment. Yeah. And then we've got an unusual one, which is contract. So I don't know if this is resonating with you. It might not at the minute, but down the line, I'm pretty sure it will. Next one is indecision. And then we've got broken heart. Bear in mind, now this is not you and him. This is her and him. I called the cards on those two. And then we've got a storm warning. So I think the two of them are not getting along. It's quite there's quite a few negative cards in that. So I don't think it looks too positive with regards to them. Moving on to your situation. I drew these cards earlier. So he's beaten himself up a little bit with regards to, I think, things that have happened. We've got happiness via the bouquet, but there she is. She's the snake. So she's jeopardizing your happiness. So I'm hoping this spell will really, really push her out. But we've got the sun and the stars, I'm inclined to think that, yeah, he does love you. He's stupid. He's just, he needs to think more. He's stupid. And sometimes I think he, I don't want to make assumptions, but sometimes with men, when they're getting to the point where they know they need to settle down, I think they try to get a lot out of their system, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense. And I think that's what he could be doing. He's just messing around, and I think that will stop, in all honesty. I know you have issues with regards to his family, or they have issues with you, which that can be resolved. So, we can look at that. Okay, what way will I read these? This way. First one was caring connections. So this is for you and him. So that's a nice card. And then we have financial constraints. I don't know if that makes sense with regards to the two of you in any way. And then we've got journey. But bear in mind that could be a spiritual journey. Happy family. It's nice to see that. And blossoming abundance. So things are going to turn around by the looks of it. The sun. That's a good card. When the sun shines down on you, that's the most positive card you could have. And it was here in the other card reading as well. Yeah, she did feature in that reading, but my opinion is I think this woman will be fleeting. At the end of the day, you and him have been together a long time, and I don't think he's willing to throw that away. So just do your best. I know it's really hard when you're in that position, and he's messing around, and you want to take the relationship to the next stage and stuff. But bear in mind, you have a future, and things will happen in the fullness of time. You can't force things to happen, so please try your best and just let the spirits do their bit. Also, try to train your mind. I keep on saying this to clients. Try to train your mind to be more positive. I've been saying this in nearly every video. It's very, very important, because sometimes you could actually cross yourself up, and you don't want that. You will create negativity if you are always thinking the worst. I know it's hard to trust someone, especially when they've wronged you and stuff, but you have to, at the end of the day, you have to take that leap of faith, or it won't progress at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's really up to you if you want to, progress the relationship further. You're just going to have to trust him and see how it goes, or move on and be with someone else. But at the end of the day, I think his heart lies with you. I think he's been a bit stupid. But like I said, I'm sure he will grow up. It's just up to you whether or not you want to wait. But I think, no, I'm thinking, my opinion is telling, or my gut is telling me that I think he'll grow up a lot quicker than, what maybe you think at the moment. So I think things will turn around, but we'll see how things go. Do keep in touch with me. It's important for you to keep in touch with me, and let me know how things are going. If you don't hear from me, email me. Sometimes I've noticed with Gmail, I've said this before in videos, it doesn't notify me of messages coming in, and I get a lot of messages. So please, could you put an emoji, or your name in capital letters in the subject line, so that I can see it, and I can address your questions. That's what I've got tonight. Anything else? If anyone's waiting on a video, they'll be coming very soon. Everything is on the way out. I'm a few weeks behind, excuse me, because of technical issues, so apologies for that. But everyone will get what they've paid for. And go live, I keep telling everyone this. The go live will be very soon. I'm just fine tuning a few things. It's very busy at this end, but I'm getting there. So anyway, if you have any questions or whatever, I will do my best to get back to you in the comments section. So it's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com. Like, share, and subscribe, because my videos aren't being circulated, apparently. So I have to say that. And I wish you all well. Have a good evening.